Yeah, my name is Raymond Monid, and here we are learning or understanding EV 1 minute at a time. And this is Malik from Kawin.
Okay, so my name is Malik, and I'm an EV enthusiast, just like you, or just like you will be. First of all, I would like to shout out to Camel Mobility,
Yes,
the biggest in Abuja, Nigeria.
I'm telling you.
They are the what do you call the founding fathers of it in Nigeria? So let's shout out to them because this is their tough.
Yes.
Let's proceed.
Yes. I like that. Thank you for not skipping that one.
Yeah.
We have some questions. We did a video the last time, and we had a lot of comments. This is on Facebook, so I'm addressing these questions from Facebook. Okay, this one will make you laugh. I like this one.
Okay.
The person said, "Make God not allow you meet hold up."
I don't understand. Hold up.
People will say, "I don't understand." Like, what you talk? I talk for the matter.
Okay, so the same way your ICE, your internal combustion engine, works and performs during hold up, that's the same way. In fact, there's something called regenerative braking, right?
Yes.
You're in hold up, you're matching your brake, your car is charging again. So with electric vehicle, it's to your advantage when you're in hold up compared to ICE.
Did you hear that? Regenerative braking.
That's a topic that we will discuss separately. There will be an episode for that. Next question.
Thank you.
Next question.
Thank you. When it's time to change the battery, that's when all the petrol you didn't buy, you will not spend the money.
Now, I would like to ask that person how many times, that person is probably using an iPhone 13 Pro Max or 14 Pro Max. How many times have they changed the battery of their phone?
You can't talk like say you don't see the videos when I do. They answer some of these questions.
Now, realistically, the battery of every electric vehicle, or most of them, or the ones that we sell, they come with 8 to 15 years warranty. And then we help you service it. And then we help you service it. We tell you this is the habit that you've been doing that is killing your battery, that is overstretching it. Stop. Do you understand? Your battery is not going to just wake up one day and explode or stop. That's a myth.
There's something I want to even say. That's how I normally answer. I tell them that since you have been using your phone, how many times have you changed the battery of your phone? It's the same thing, just that the car battery is bigger. There's something else that I want people to understand. The battery in the electric vehicle is not one big single battery. The battery is built and broken down into segments.
Yeah.
That's why we have something called BMS.
Yeah.
That BMS is battery management system.
Yeah.
So even if your battery is having issue, it may be just one small unit. So they will check if it's bad, they can remove that small unit and replace it. So your battery is not going bad overnight as you are thinking. So be learning as we are teaching you.
Yeah.
Let me go to the next question.
Yeah.
Somebody said the battery depreciates with time. Talking from experience, from my electric bike. This person is using an electric bike. He said the battery will depreciate with time. Meaning he's trying to say that the battery does not depreciate immediately. That's what this person is saying.
Even your petrol car, it depreciates over time. Do you understand? Some of the components, they wear out. Everything in life depreciates over time. Do you understand? There's a start and there's an end. See, the thing is, I understand that there's like a lot of misinformation and lack of information currently in Nigeria about electric vehicles. So most of these things, they're just assumptions and they are welcomed. Over time, we're going to
Malik said they are welcome.
Over time, we're going to educate them and then we're going to help them learn formally and informally.
Somebody said 300 kilometers. We're talking about
the range.
When you fully charge your geometry A, it will take you 300 kilometers. So this person is saying that 300 kilometers, including hold up on the road with AC on.
Now I would like to talk about that AC on. The AC does not kill your battery or it does not drain your battery. Do you understand? That is also a myth, another assumption. Then the 300 kilometers, you understand? With your, what's it called? When you're on the hold up, your battery is not necessarily draining. You could be in the hold up and then your battery remains still. You understand? You could also be in the hold up and then kill your battery and then kill your car. The same way you do with your car. Maybe you're driving a Toyota. Maybe the hold up is too long, you off your car. Be like, okay, let me let it rest. It's the same thing. The only major difference between ICE and EV, it does not use petrol, and then it will not kill you with charges.
I've said this thing again and again. It's the same thing. The same way you operate your normal car, that's how you operate your petrol car, that's how you operate your EV. The difference is that one is using engine and the other one is using battery. Now, let me tell you something. If you are not using your phone, I like using phone as an example. If you are not using your phone, does the battery drain?
Maybe ask them.
The answer is yes, but then you can't even notice it. If you leave your phone and you charge your phone, remove all the apps. Like when I mean remove all the apps, they are not. Your WhatsApp is not on, your Instagram is not on. You off your data. You come and meet your battery where you left it. It's the same thing. So if you are driving a hold up, if your AC is on, it will drain the battery small, like very small. It's not as if the battery will not finish because you are in a hold up. Like just the way in your car, when you on your AC, you are in hold up, then your fuel will just finish. Your fuel does not just finish like that. It doesn't work like that. Anyway, let's go to the next one because we have a lot of them. This one says, no EV will go 700 miles, even in the Western country, which, by the way, we didn't tell you 700 miles. We said 700 kilometers.
Not 700 miles. 700
kilometers. Miles is different from kilometers. Miles is longer than kilometers. Okay? So, but let me finish your question. He said, no EV go 700 miles, even in Western country, which it was actually built for. No matter how you want to describe it, there are EVs, electric, hybrid that go 700 miles. So just know that one first.
There's no hybrid that goes 700 miles. It's kilometers, no miles.
Kilometers. Sorry, kilometers. That's what we're talking about. We are not dealing with miles. We're dealing with kilometers. In case I make that mistake, I'm correcting it now. We're dealing with kilometers. And when we talk, we did not talk about miles. So I don't know where you saw miles that you're bringing miles into the matter. Then the person went further to say, Nigeria will not get road. Now in they do 700 miles. Have you been to Abuja? Have you been to Akwa Ibom?
Have then been to Port Harcourt?
I wonder where you are staying. This person must be staying in Lagos.
No, the person must be staying in, I don't want to mention it.
Lagos. It's Lagos. This person said, thank you. By the way, we are just seeing these questions for the first time. We have not read them before, okay? This person said, thank you. Let's assume there is no light to charge. He's thanking us for the video.
Yeah.
Now say, let's assume that there's no light to charge. How many kilowatts of battery inverter do I need to install in my house to charge the electric vehicle you advertised?
Well, that is a very technical question which I cannot give answer to. Normally that would be for the technical department to like come up with the calculation and everything. But there's no reason why you're charging your electric vehicle with an inverter at home when you can come down to one of the many charging stations presently available in Abuja. And one of the reasons why you should always charge at the charging station is because at the charging station here, the voltage is constant. Do you understand? If you're getting, whatever you're getting from beginning, that's why it's constant. If you charge at home, if your light is not stable, you risk harming your battery and all of that. So it's safer to charge at the charging stations.
So I want to assume what this person is saying. So I want to answer in another light.
Yeah.
Let's say that this person has money to buy an EV and he also have money to set up a solar system at home.
Okay.
So now in that case, the first thing I will tell you is that you must not go below 15 kVA. That's my professional advice. You must not go below 15 kVA. Do whatever you want to do with that information. Talk to your installer. Tell them you must not go below 15 kVA to charge your electric vehicle. If you want to use your inverter, your solar, that's what I have to say about that. Thank you. How much is the cost of battery when replacing them?
I do not have the answer to that.
Okay, Malik said he doesn't have answers to that. Now, you have not bought an EV. You never buy EV, you dey ask of replacing battery. What that means is that you never buy car, you dey ask of how much you take to replace engine. That should be the question. You see, I like to attack questions the way they are asked.
You never build a house, you never rent a house, but you won't buy bed.
You won't buy, you never buy the EV.
You won't put on that bridge.
Like, I don't understand. It's just equal to, let me say the question, turn the question back to you. How much to replace engine? That's what you just asked. Anyway, the replacement of engine depends on, the replacement of battery depends on the particular vehicle. We have different types of EV. The way we have Benz, Toyota, there are different types of EV. So depending on the one you want to replace the battery. Thank you. Now, the person said, but that depends on the speed limit you are driving. He's replying to us when we said that you can drive to Abuja to Kaduna for 200 kilometers and you still have remaining battery, since we are using a 300 kilometers geometry A.
Yeah.
So now, this person is saying that it depends on the speed limit. What do you have to say about that?
I think they are partially right, and it's a partial in between. They're partially right and they're partially not.
Okay, so what if we are driving, let's say, 120 kilometers per hour? Is that speed? Is that
120
okay?
kilometers per hour is fast.
It's fast.
Yeah, it's actually very fast.
Drive like 140. No, sorry, I like speed. Like I should drive sometimes. Even this Abuja, what's it called, airport road, I should drive 170.
The thing about speed is that once you taste a certain level, there's no coming back.
So I used to
Anything below it gets boring.
I used to drive. Well, this thing I'm going. People will not catch me. I used to drive speed. No, but I like speed. So sometimes I drive 140. My list is 130.
Wow.
Like if I'm like 130, 130 is my regular. So, but anyway, the point is that the more speed you drive, the more battery you consume. Do you understand? So you must know that one. So if you go and start firing 170 like me, your battery will be reducing. It's the same thing. The more speed you drive, the more fuel you consume.
Definitely.
It's not rocket science.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
This one says electric car comes with his car charger.
Yeah.
So before you buy electric car, you will have inverter of 5 to 7 kV inverter. Okay, if you have money to get electric car, you should have you should have money to buy inverter. That's what this person is saying.
Not really.
Okay.
Not really. That's not entirely true.
But they can come to the charging station. Why are you stressing yourself?
You come to charge here, it's lesser.
15,000,
Yeah.
10,000. Why are you stressing yourself? Can it go to Lagos and back? The answer to your question is yes. Lagos, from Abuja to Lagos is approximately 700 kilometers. So if you have any electric vehicle that has 1,000 kilometers, that means you can take it to Lagos. You get to Lagos, you charge, and you come back. It's just the same thing. Your question you're asking is that, can you take a full tank, a car that uses for a full tank to Lagos and back? The answer is yes. So you drive to Lagos, then you fill your tank, you come back.
They take the Leopard 8, for instance. It does about 1,500 kilometers combined, electric and gas and petrol. So that will go to Lagos comfortably.
What if you travel to a place where there is no charging station?
Yeah, that's like one of the most fundamental questions that we have been asked. You know, electric vehicle is still new to the country and we're evolving. A lot of people have been adopting it. A lot of businesses have been sprouting under it. So we're hoping that, be it 5 years, you have charging stations everywhere, the same way you have filling stations everywhere.
Oh, that's good. That's true. So there are no filling stations. There are no charging stations everywhere the way we have filling stations everywhere. So before you go to your village, be sure that there is. Why are you laughing? But I'm answering now. But that's the question I'm answering now.
Did you have to say village?
But that's what the person said. The person said, what if you travel to a place? It's village the person wants to talk about. So if you go to your village, make sure that your village have electricity, because you can use your electricity to charge your electric vehicle overnight.
Yeah.
You can use your normal electricity.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
anywhere you are traveling to with your EV, make sure they have electricity. At least your EV can take you there, then wait for electricity and charge. Simple as ABC. Okay, next question is, okay, somebody's talking about a hybrid here.
Okay.
So the person said, buy a Ventis car. It has a generator. You understand? Inside.
Yeah.
So that's hybrid. So any car that the engine is charging the battery is hybrid.
Yeah.
That's what the person is saying here. So the next one said, okay, so Malik,
No.
this person's comment is very long.
Okay.
So, but in summary, what the person is saying is that
Yeah.
we don't know what we are talking about, because he's saying that if the manufacturer says a car is 700 kilometers,
Yeah.
it doesn't mean that in real time the car is 700 kilometers.
Yeah.
You understand?
Something called CLTC.
The truth is that when a car is 700 kilometers from the manufacturer, it doesn't necessarily mean that
That 700 kilometers is what they tested it at the lab. And then at that lab now, the CLTC now, the light duty now, it means there was nothing there.
Yes.
You understand? There's also a heavy duty test, the one that they will load the car with a lot of things.
Very good.
You understand? You don't load cars like this for those kind of things. So when they normally specify 700 kilometers CLTC,
yes,
it means that is what they tested. That's what they tested it for in the laboratory.
Yes.
You understand? It doesn't mean that is what is going to give you on the road, but you should expect somewhere close to that range.
Yeah. Nevertheless, if you even drive that car by yourself and you are not carrying any load, you may still even hit that 700
You will
kilometers.
get close to it.
Because with that load, that's what they got. But now you are there. You have your wife. You have your wife's sister. You have another sister. You have, I will not say the other one. And they are all big and they are in the car.
It's the same thing now.
Then you not carry load.
It's the same thing. Even your normal car makes a different noise when the load is more than when it's light.
Yes.
You understand?
So when we say 700 kilometers, it doesn't mean that the car is exactly 700 kilometers.
Yes.
Okay. So this person says, so the car cannot travel from Abuja to Enugu. If you have a car that is less than 700 kilometers, it may not be able to carry you from Abuja to Enugu. Abuja to Enugu is about 400 and something kilometers. So it means that any car that you want, electric car that you want to use from Abuja to Enugu must be more than 500 kilometers. That's how it works. It's simple.
700 to be safe.
700 to be safe, like Malik just said. So electric car can carry you to anywhere in the country. It's just the same thing. For example, Malik, what these people are saying sometimes, it's just making it look like it's annoying, actually. Here's the point. Are you saying that because you have a fuel car, your car is fully, you full the tank, then you will not buy fuel again? If you drive to a place and your fuel is going down, you buy fuel. So it's the same thing. So the difference is that we don't have electric charging stations like this one. We don't have them everywhere yet.
Yeah.
So anywhere you are driving to, make sure that there's a charger there. So you plan. It's as simple as that.
Yes.
Somebody said this one, you will like this one. Somebody says, what happens if the car gets spoiled?
It depends on the level of spoils. For instance, the car that we provide for ride hailing, if you have like maybe something is wrong with the car, we assess it and then we fix it for you. But if you run into an accident or maybe from your own reckless driving, that's on you.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Just like with every other normal car rental service.
Yeah. Okay, so on the other hand, what this person is saying that maybe he buys the car and now, like a Toyota car, if it's bad, you go to a Toyota workshop or a mechanic. So he's asking, do we have mechanics?
Yes, we do.
Yes, we have mechanics. We have technicians.
After sales, we have everything is here. We have spare parts.
Spare parts are available here.
Yes.
After sales is available here.
Yes.
Anything you want, just come here. You'll get it.